Hello everybody, welcome back to the homestead and welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to make two different kinds of no-bake cookies, the peanut butter and the chocolate. And to get started, you add 1 cup of white sugar. These are the peanut butter ones. 3/4 cup brown sugar. Half a stick of butter cut into cubes. And half a cup of milk to your saucepan. Turn this on. Excuse the clicking for a second. Okay. Stir this and bring it to a boil. And once it reaches boil stage, then you boil it for a minute. Make sure you have your cookie sheet lined with wax paper. I'll just set it off here to the side for now. My butter is melting. Like I said, these are the peanut butter ones I'll do first. Get some more of my ingredients over here close at hand. These are a very quick, easy cookie to make, to have on hand. I'm doing a lot of cooking and baking, getting ready for Easter. I've made peanut butter eggs, milk chocolate covered, and I have the white chocolate covered ones to finish up today. I have peanut clusters made up. And all this can be stored in your freezer till Easter. But Easter is only about 2.5 weeks away, I believe, from today, if I'm correct. So, like I said, I like to do a lot of my baking and stuff ahead of the holidays if I can. So it saves a little bit of stress, actually, on the holiday or the day before. Plus, it's always nice to, have some snacks on hand. And if, company's coming short notice, you can grab something out of your freezer. Have it thawed out, So, my sugar is almost dissolved. Butter's almost dissolved. If you haven't seen any other videos on my channel, please check them out. I do a lot of homestead type videos. Right now I'm doing a lot of dehydrating, baking, etc. I'm starting into the gardening videos. I live in northwestern PA, so it's still a little bit like winter. So till the weather warms up just a little bit more here closer to spring, I'll be getting out and doing more garden videos. I'm also making a garden journal this year. If you want to check that out on my channel. And always, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you. Trying to get my channel built up here. Okay, this is boiling, so I boil it for 1 minute. Just keep stirring. You definitely don't want this to stick. After it's boiled for a minute, then we'll add the last ingredients. These, like I said before, these are very simple, easy cookie. No bakes are one of my husband's favorites, whether they be the peanut butter or the chocolate. I get my peanut butter in bulk from my local Amish store. Actually, my peanut butter and oats both come from the bulk store. Okay, just got a little bit longer here. I like to constantly stir it. Alrighty. It's been a minute. Turn off the heat. Stir in peanut butter. This is a cup of peanut butter. Like I said, I get this in bulk from my local Amish store. We actually have a few local Amish stores, which is very nice. A teaspoon of vanilla. Whoop. Guess I never opened this one. Dash of salt. Dissolve the peanut butter. Smells very good already. But I love peanut butter. I think, you know, unless you have an allergy to it, most people do really like peanut butter. And there's so many recipes you can use peanut butter in. I hope to get peanut butter fudge and white chocolate with cherry fudge done also before Easter. Okay, peanut butter is almost dissolved. Then we add 2½ cups of oatmeal. Get that stirred in. Sorry about moving the camera there for a second. Just trying to get some of my dishes out of the way here so I can show you the next step. Okay. Cookie sheet over. Slide the camera down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Once you have everything all mixed together, then you just take it by a tablespoonful and drop it on your wax paper. And you can make these actually whatever size you want. If you don't want that big of a no-bake cookie, you can always do teaspoonfuls. Okay. And be careful because this is hot. I know I'm using my finger, but I'm very careful I lined 2 cookie sheets with wax paper. I believe that'll be enough for this batch. And then I'll have to line probably 2 more for the chocolate. Okay. That's the first one. Like I said at the beginning, I will be adding the chocolate no bakes also in this video. Once I get the peanut butter all done, get my ingredients all ready. That'll be the second part of the video. My husband will actually be surprised when he comes home today, because don't believe he knew this was what I was making today. Yesterday was actually 2-year anniversary from him having brain surgery. He had to have liquid drained from his brain 2 years ago after a fall in our garage. He fell and hit his head on the cement floor. It was a very scary time 2 years ago. You know, we didn't know how well his recovery was going to be, if he was ever going to get back to work or anything. And thankfully he is. He's only working part-time now, but he is back to work. Everything, you know, turned out well for him. Okay, I'll finish this up offline and then I'll get back to you with the chocolate ones. Okay, I'm back and ready to start the chocolate no bakes. It starts out with 2 cups white sugar, half a cup butter cut into cubes, half a cup milk, 3 tablespoons cocoa powder, and a dash of salt, all in your saucepan. Then you bring this up to a boil, just like you did with the peanut butter ones. Only thing, once this comes to full boil, this recipe calls for you to boil it for 2 minutes. I do have my cookie sheets lined with wax paper, ready to go. And you will, you know, once you get everything mixed, you can drop this by tablespoon also on your wax paper, or you can make smaller cookies if you'd like. That is totally up to you. I do add just a tad of peanut butter to my chocolate ones. I believe it adds, you know, a little bit more to the flavor. And thinking this will make a few more cookies compared to the peanut butter ones, just because there is a little bit more oatmeal. Sugar is melting, butter is dissolving. I constantly stir this because I do not want it to stick to the bottom of my saucepan. I have good saucepans with a heavy, thick bottom. But just for safety, I do like, you know, to continue stirring it. It gets all the ingredients well blended as it's melting, coming to a boil. It's getting there. Sorry you have to sit and watch me stir, but I hate to have too many cuts in my videos. I'd like to, you know, it makes it a lot easier for editing if I could just do it all in one. So I apologize if you get tired of watching me stir. But I do appreciate you watching the whole way through my videos. It helps my channel, builds up my channel. Like I said, each comment, like, subscribe adds to my channel. I'm very anxious, though, for spring to get here so I can get outside and work. Or at least get outside in the mornings with my cup of coffee on the porch. I miss that time. My husband and I are planning on doing some work on our back porch, adding some to the railings so I can plant my sweet peas and my nasturtiums actually on the deck, and they can grow up onto the railings. I think it'll make a nice little place to be able to sit and enjoy my coffee. I do have a couple vertical towers that I need to put together, share a video of those also. They're not the green stalk. I got them from Lowe's, but I believe they will do just as well as green stalk. Unfortunately, can't afford green stalks. I would love to have a couple. If you happen to see this video, green stalk. But for now, I will use the ones I got from Lowe's. Okay. It is coming to a boil, so this will be for 2 minutes. Keep an eye on my clock here on the stove. Just like keep stirring, you don't want it to stick. The next ingredients that you will add will be the peanut butter, oatmeal, and vanilla. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Got about a minute more to boil. This one also smells very good. Almost there. I love sharing recipes with everybody here. I hope you enjoyed also. I try to share a lot of recipes that, you know, people that have most of these items already in their pantry, so you don't have to go out and buy special ingredients. One day, too, I plan on sharing a pantry video. Okay, about 20 more seconds. Okay, shut off the heat. Add half a cup of peanut butter. Like I said, I believe this just adds to the flavor. Teaspoon vanilla. Oop, may have been a little bit more, but won't hurt at all. Dissolve the peanut butter. I do have the heat shut off. And as soon as I get the peanut butter dissolved, melted into the chocolate mixture, then I'll be adding 3 cups of oats. Yeah, this will definitely make more than the peanut butter because it only called for 2.5 cups of the oats. Okay, it's almost dissolved. Here's my 3 cups of oats. Get that all stirred in. Alright, slide my camera back and down a little bit. Cookie sheet over. And just like the peanut butter, drop them a tablespoonful onto your wax paper. And after you have them all in wax paper, you can chill in your refrigerator. And then once they're all chilled, I like to bag them and put them in my freezer. I usually put like a dozen in each bag just to have, you know, a nice amount to grab when you need them. Okay. I'm going to continue that sheet in a second. But I want to add to this small round sheet here so you can see both of them together. Like I said before, I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to spend a few minutes with me as I make these no-bakes. And that one needs a little bit more. There you go. And that's what they both look like when they're finished. I appreciate you watching today, and have a good day. Bye.